Yeah, and the prayer is also one part of the practice, which is easiest one. Because when we meditate, if we have something line to say it and hear it, then it makes us easy to think it instead of without any basis. Just you try to think it. Only you try to use the your mind without any supported. That's a little bit challenge, difficult. So sometimes you recite the line and think meaning. That's help. The reciting the line, you can hear it, right? So same time it's helped you think. So then you will think exactly what we have to think. So otherwise, just if you are not trained well, then at the beginning, if you try to meditate or think, easily get distracted. So the line will help you to not get distracted because it's driving you what you have to think there. So and our prayer is like that. So and and then on the benefit that we doing prayer is, of course, the individual person, whoever participating in the prayer, the accumulating merit that we call it, accumulating merit. So the accumulating merit means you can simple way to understand is build up your the positive habitudes, right? So while you are being more with the positive environment or positive people, then your mind is already going to change it, right? So that's the way. It's a part of the cultivating your positive energy. That's we call virtue or merit. So, and that's the one benefit we were saying, and then it's also help us to the avoiding from a lot of negative actions, such as like a idle gossip. So right, it's the whole day you are chanting and prayer. So then you don't have a chance to just talks about meaningless things, right? So because you are busy with the prayer and lines, so it's really help you to abandoning that negative actions, which is as idle gossip, and as well as we are not using the idle gossip, then it will save you to not lie, not like a harsh word, right? So the all the line is a beautiful compassion or benefiting to other or bodhicitta and so on, so on. That talks, right? And then of course we are not lying then. So it saved a lot of negative actions, and then also it's cultivate many the good energy or merit. So these are the benefit. And then one question will come that the how much affected to in our daily life, the prayers, right? Sometimes people have an illness, then we do prayer. So see how much is help. So prayer, how much prayer can help to cures the illness, right? And sometimes we do like a prayer for like who disease that passed away, right? So again, this question comes how much affected. So what do you think about that? How much you have a belief on it to doing prayer, and then it's affected in our daily life. It's affected to the people who die, right? And it's also helped to cure the illness and remove the obstacle and so on, so on. So that's the link between prayer and affecting these kind of things. It's very like a subtle. If we it's kind of also spiritual the type, and then as a very subtle that if we're not careful thing, we will not understand to link between the prayer and affecting to those things, right? So therefore, it's difficult for having trust and belief on it. So therefore, we are not really interesting to do prayer. We might choose more study, or we might choose meditations, and then prayer. Okay, I leave it there. So that's how we choose it, because we didn't see the link between how to benefiting, receiving in our actual daily life, right? So that's the beginning of topic. We are open topic. I'm thinking now this is the first class in this year. I'm planning to use Shantideva text, Way of the Bodhisattva Life from chapter 4th, which is very useful in our daily life. So, but as beginning it, therefore I like to just open discussion about that. Just we had it, and then you see all the decoration. It takes long time for setting up these things, and then are you wasting time for that, setting up all these things, right? And then how much it's help us to setting up the offering parts and doing prayer. That's we can take time for a little bit discussion on it if you like it, right?
Also,
So,
Geshe, when you pray, you think all day about what other prayer can I say? You think all day long about what other prayers can I say in addition to the prayer that I say this morning. So you all day long thinking about prayers. If you pray, you think all day long about what other prayer can I say for this or for that. So your mind is thinking about prayers all day long once you start praying.
all day long, what we started.
Oh, if you pray, let's say you pray in the morning. If you pray in
Okay.
the morning, then as the day goes by, you think, oh, what other prayer can I say? What prayer can I say about this? So your mind thinks about prayers throughout the day, and it becomes part of your thinking, your consciousness.
Okay, let me try to understand, like the answer for your, if I understand, make me correct, okay? So actually the prayer is really depend on what what's your expectations. For example, like when we have a headache, we take medicines for headache. When we have the stomach pain, then we take medicine for it, right? So prayers, we have a few different prayer. In general, all the prayers are some same, but as the connecting as a cause and condition, we have some kind of individual prayers. It's depend on what you really want to remove obstacle or what your wish. That makes different your prayers. So sometimes we do Tara prayer regarding Buddhist. Sometimes we do medicine Buddha prayer. Sometimes we do the thousand Buddha offering prayer as a study we did it. So it's depend what your wish and what you really want to do for what, right? This is your asking me? Is this what he asked, Ronnie?
Well, I wasn't asking you. I was making
You're suggesting.
a comment. Let's say in the morning you wake up and you pray that you should have a wonderful day. Then later
Okay.
you say, "Oh, you know what? I feel sick today. I should also pray because I feel sick." Then you say, "Oh, my cousin is sick. I'm going to pray for him. Oh, Geshe came back from India. I'm going to pray that he has a good year." So once you get into prayer, you start praying more and more and more. You start looking what other prayers can you say. It's like exercising. Today you exercise for your stomach, and then you say, "Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Tomorrow I'm going to exercise for my shoulders, and tomorrow later I'm going to exercise for my legs." Once you get involved in it, you do it more and more and more and more. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. So then, yeah, please go ahead.
Who are we praying to?
Yeah, that's again the praying for self, praying for others. Other could be relative, or other could be all sentient beings. Um, and then again, we have to talk more or discussion more about that. As you ask, pray to whom, and that means the at the background is how much is help, right? So praying is how much help. So prayer, how much help me. So that's very easy to explain, prayer, how much help me. But the difficult to explain the prayer, how much help to others. As Ronnie said, I'm going to pray for my relatives, or I'm going to pray for like having successful journeys and so on, right? So how can help those things? That's questioning actually.
Just she's asking, like, who are we praying to now? Who are we praying for?
Yeah, I understand. So I'm coming there. So, so yeah, because you're actually asked directly, right? I already answered that either yourself or certain beings. That I answered for your question directly. But furthermore, more elaborating explanations is yes. So the prayer is it's how to affect it. That's also the big questions, right? So you got your answer, right? Either self or all sentient beings. Pray
Yeah,
for.
which is a paradigm shift from the Christian world where you're praying to God and you're praying to, where I'm a meditator, but I'm not a great prayer.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm confused sometimes I don't want to outsource
Oh, okay.
my power to some, entity that I'm not clear about.
I see.
So I use the meditation, but I like the idea of the prayer because it expands it outward.
Do we have a two type of prayer, right? And then 90% of Buddhist prayer is a self-awareness, self-teaching. And then 10% of prayer is that someone being there, we asking help. So then again, it's caution. It would be the different that we pray for God to ask help. We pray for whatever that holy beings, right? So ask them to help. How it's helped, the one question. And then, as I mentioned, that our Buddhist prayer is 90% is self-awareness. It's more self-practice. It's not that asking someone there. So let's say 1,000 Buddha offering. You might be confused that 1,000 Buddha is there. We offer to them, and we asking to some accomplishment. It's not that way. So yes, definitely 1,000 Buddha is out there. It's separate than us, and we offer to them. But all the prayer is doing your own. Take as a basis the 1,000 Buddha, and then doing your own the eliminating or reducing your own the negative actions or negative emotions. So that's just the yesterday prayer. We're not really asking to all those 1,000 Buddha, please help me to cure my illness and so on. We're not asking that, and then it is actually not happening, right? Yeah. Yes.
And so what you're saying there is more your intention that you're putting behind it, the vibration when you're praying?
Your intention makes different, yes, as well vibrations, and then the word, and then your thought at the moment, everything's coming together, makes different, yeah. So therefore, the one line, I'm just repeating to you what Buddha said is, I cannot take your suffering as taking the throne from your body, right? I cannot wash your all this negative karma by washing clothes, right? And then I cannot share my realization to you as I'm giving you gift. So the Buddha cannot do all these things. So that means, yes, we ask the Buddha and then cleanse my suffering. It's not happening, right? We have to do it. So therefore, that's the Buddha clearly said. And then Buddha said, what I can do is, I can show you the path and you have to work on it. So that's the clear. Based on that, and then complicate or more complicated things is we do have some kind of Tara prayer. Tara is inviting in front of us, and then all this offering we do, and sometimes we the wish or asking help to us. So then a question was, is this complete? Because Buddha said he cannot take out our suffering, so we have to do it, right? But we do pray for Tara to help us to take out suffering. Is this complete or not? That's questions comes, right? So, and again, the answer will be, I can say it's not conflict. We asking Tara to help or cures my illness as not that Tara comes some power and then it's cleansed. It's connected is like that. So the strength of the Taras, the quality, the strength of the Taras, intention and motivations, and then another is my my own strong belief and faith and positive words and then intentions. All this come together will help. So not only Tara can help us to cure our illness. It's not the only way. And then and I said like the strength of the quality of Tara, the strength of the quality of Buddha. So sometimes we can use that the strength of the truth. The strength of the truth sometimes affected in our daily life or health, right? So similarly, the strength of the quality of the Tara and Buddhas, what we believe is they are completely enlightened, and I'm just sharing what quality that strength we're talking about, right? So all the Buddha and Taras are completely enlightened, right? And then how they enlightened is take long time practice, the eons, many lifetimes, right? Then each lifetime they do practice and then a little bit move forwarding and then a little bit more forwarding. It's take long time to achieve enlightenment. Then it must have some kind of power for their strength of practice and the strength of quality which achieved by practice many lifetime and many eons, right? So again, it cannot be scientifically proved that way, but the philosophically, so I think we can see that the cause can have some kind of power. So that's one power. This is not the only power can cure our illness. This is one of the power, the Buddha and Taras, their qualities, right? Uh-huh.
Is it like to some extent with Tara that they are an idealized version of a being, and so by practicing to them, you're thinking, oh, I can become like Tara or Buddha one day, so I must move my own mental movements to clear my negative karma, and it's like you're seeing them as a...
This is the way to practice or pray, this you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way. Not that everything's that way. So
Okay.
what I try to explain is try to make between the Buddha word and what we're doing in our daily actions not conflicted. So the Buddha would say, I cannot cure your suffering, right? So you have to do it. But we're asking Tara and the medicine Buddha to cure my illness. So is this conflict or not? The minds, I try to explain it's not conflict. But if it is not conflict, then how it's help and to us, because Tara and medicine Buddha shouldn't have the power that cures our illness, cures our free from our suffering, as Buddha does not have it, right? Then why are we doing that? So therefore I'm saying that, try to say there are many causes and conditions comes together that's let us free from suffering. Therefore, it's still remaining as same what Buddha words. It's I cannot free from suffering to you, so you have to do it, right? So and then, so what are the cause and condition it is affected or help us in daily life? So the one of the cause I'm trying to explain right now is the quality of the Tara and Buddha and medicine Buddha, right? And then another the cause and condition is our own. The main cause and condition is our own intention and our on accumulating merit, means changing our energy. So changing our energy is the main, changing our energy with Tara's quality, changing our energy with the medicine Buddha's quality. This combination will be then help us to free from suffering. But the main one is our own practice. That's it, right? So, but if you're relying on some powerful, then our practice will become more better and getting more powerful. That's just the way it's faster and possible to cure all illness. That's how I try to explain. Is this clear?
So if we pray to Tara and the medicine Buddha, they cannot take away the illness. But do we get some of the energy that they have by praying to Tara and to the medicine Buddha? Do we get some of the energy that they have?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Yes.
Good.
Oh, good. You happy? That's good. Okay. So,
Geshe, I just have a question too. What is the Buddhist thought on like manifestation practice? For example, because we're talking about like when we pray to Tara or the Buddha and we kind of take on that quality, especially with the heavy intention. So I'm curious what the thought is on like manifestation or like rather meditation or prayer where you focus on an outcome that you really, really want to happen or that you're trying to induce to happen by like heavy concentration, and then that thing does manifest into.
Manifest mean...
Like, for example, and this is a bad example, but just to kind of lay it out, let's say like I had a job interview, and that's selfish, but again, not a great example. But let's say I have a job interview. And so in prayer and meditation, I just think, okay, I get the job, I get the job, I get the job, I get the job. What does it feel like to get the job? And then that happens. I'm wondering what the Buddhist thought on that is, if that's something that we do practice or if it's...
Okay, that you basically you're saying your belief makes different?
Yeah, like if you, that's a good way to put it. Like if you can rewire your belief to like, you convince yourself that I will get this job. I don't know if that's commonplace.
I think yes or no. Many philosophers saying that if you really strongly think that you can do it, then you will have it happening. Yes or no, right?
Okay, that works. Thank you.
So it's really again depend on cause and condition. If you have enough cause and condition, then it's happening. It's not just wish. I always wish I have $1 million.
Right.
But so far it's not.
Wishful thinking.
So then it's difficult to have accomplishing everything is difficult, right? But yes, sometimes the hiddenly we do have many our own the opportunity and qualities which we not realize it. Based on that, we wish I can do it. But your own quality makes it you can do it because it hiddenly there.
Your own quality.
So which we not recognize it, right? So usually I'm thinking I'm very weak, right? I cannot do meditations, but that makes you worse, right? Because it's kind of like a blocking your opportunity or not let functioning your the qualities or capacity, right? But once we do have that kind of capacity, if we do meditation, we can meditate. We can achieve any accomplishment through that. But if we have a strong belief that I can do it, right? Then your capacity and everything is kind of it's beginning functioning it because you do have there, right? So now you're using it, you're utilizing it, then you're achieving some kind of accomplishment. That's kind of things is happening. But as I said, the $1 million, I wish long time to have $1 million, and then everyday prayer, and then wishing it, and then I strong believe that one day I will get $1 million. Maybe not, right? Maybe not.
I think
so.
That's a dynamic.
Yes or no? Yeah.
That's perfect, and I think that's a dynamic I never really thought about in that, where it's like the effect our own qualities have.
Yes.
On this outcome. I didn't think about that, so that's very helpful. Thank you.
It really makes your own quality. We do have many good capacity and opportunity which we not realize it. But your belief make it use it.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is where the yes and no comes in.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Geshe.
Geshe, there was a physician, his name was Emil Cui. So he came up, he was a doctor, a medical doctor. So he came up with this theory through his patients. There was autosuggestion. So he used to teach his patients to say, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I'm getting healthier and healthier. And it used to work. He found out that many people used to cure themselves just by repeating that kind of mantra, that every day I'm getting better and better, every day I'm getting healthier and healthy. So that's connected to what this other fellow just was talking.
Yeah. So the power of the mind. Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
I think that part of this is coherence. Because, for example, if, as the example of Ben, he said about to get a job.
Okay.
It is sometimes it is not like keeping in mind just I can get a job, but if you feel prepared for that and you are aligned with that, to get a job is not a cost of effort. It
depends on effort, right?
It is what you are working for or preparing for. So this is gonna come to you. You're not coming to that.
The jobs comes to me.
Yeah.
Because of the quality of mine or my ability.
For example, if we are praying for health, health is not gonna come to us because we are responsible for health.
Yes.
The way we eat, how we exercise, how we rest, how we manage our thoughts, the stress. So God is not responsible for that. So we are responsible for that.
Definitely, we are the main responsibility for achieve anything, right? But the question is, job comes to me. It's again question. It's also mutual cause and condition. You need a many cause and condition for any result, right? So you need effort. You need some kind of the right application or so on. That's you have to do it, right? So, but still, it's not necessary that job comes to you. Even you are very qualified, because I see many professional now working into the restaurant. The professional of the scientists working in the restaurant, they must be try to get the job exactly what they are professionals, right? But
what I mean is, being prepared is like opens you opportunities, opens to opportunities.
Of course, we have to try. Yeah, definitely, it's our own responsibility. But same time, we have to try. We shouldn't lose our the belief that or effort, better effort than belief. So we shouldn't lose our effort any circumstances. If we continue, that will be accomplished. It's very much possible. We cannot say 100% accomplished, right? It's very much possibility to have accomplishment. So, but sometimes people impatience, that's the could be the lose their opportunity. So it's a lot of complicated things. Yeah. So I agree that main is our own responsibility. Yes, definitely it's our own responsibility to accomplish anything. Yeah.
This might be a little unrelated, but going back to Tara, I know in the Pure Land tradition, these deities are in the Pure Land. In the Gelupa, are those deities in a realm, or like Tara, Amitabha, Maitreya, like are they, Maitreya's reborn, sorry, are they all in a realm, like in the Pure Land, or are they here? Like what is that?
Okay.
So I think it's kind of
Okay, for answer there, I have to talk a little bit about Buddhist, okay? So, the actually Pure Land it could be some kind of separate locations, right? But also could be the Pure Land is all your mind, right? So let's say when I wear a glass, the dark glass, and then look at the paper, I will not see the clear white paper, right? But when I take out the dark glass, then I can see the white paper clear. That's the pure. So it's really my eyes. But right now it's kind of like a lot of mental reflections or so on. So it's like a covering. So once we take it out, and then you see that everything's pure. And that's kind of considering as one of the Pure Land. But sometimes we are talking about the separate location of the the Pure Land, or who wants to reborn on that Pure Land, right? So, but that's one part. But every Buddha is not necessary to have some kind of separate location of Pure Lands, right? So the planet already like the million or billion, how many planet is already set it up there. So then each Buddha making new planet is no. Each Buddha making new place, no. So Buddha will be remaining wherever they are enlightened, but they sees everything's pure because their mind is pure, right? So the mind is positive, they see everything's positive, but mind is negative, they see everything. It's a big change. And again, go back. The mind, power of mind is changed a lot actually. So, and then I'm continues talking about your the questions that sometime the strength of mind that I can accomplish strong effort, right? So continues doing that. Then again, go back to the what Ronnie mentions that. I'm having good health, or I'm young, or I'm having good wisdom. The thinking continues that. It very much possible it's affected, right? But it's big different than finding job and then having $1 million. It's a kind of separate, but more talking like an energy and inner strength that you are. Let's say I'm healthy. Or I'm intelligence. You keep thinking I'm intelligence. It could be possible that you become an intelligence because the potential you do have it, and you are more polishing it at thinking I'm intelligence, and it's more aversion, right? So and then same as like I'm young. It really makes you. I really believe that it makes you young. So therefore, many of my friends here, seniors, they keep thinking, I'm now 70, I'm now 18. I said, don't think that way. It really makes you worse, right? So think, I'm still young. I can do it. I can do it. It really makes you different. It's like an inner strength and inner power. It makes you different. But it's big different than external expectations things, right? So external expectation things will not happening exactly how you wish it, but internal everything makes you how you wish it. So therefore, the yes or no question answer is for that. Internal is yes, if you strong believe, and then that happening it. External, how much you strong believe is really depend on other. So therefore, because it's not necessarily we do have exactly potential to get the $1 million, right? So therefore, it depend on other. Therefore, sometimes it's accomplishing, sometimes not.
Yeah.
That's the how it goes, right? So really, you have to think that the power of the mind. Internally, you think I'm healthy, I'm okay. So sometimes, the part of the depression and anxiety. I know it's illness after I came here. But when I was in India, I do not know that it is illness. So, and then still in the monastery where I grew up, they do not know anxiety is illness and depression is illness. But they're having it. They're having anxiety, they're having depressions, but they do not describe as an illness, automatically cures. They don't have to take medicines. Right? So same as like anger. So we don't think anger is illness. It's some kind of natural things. But as we're not thinking it's illness, then we're not taking medicine for cures the anger, but it's automatically come down. It's up and down a lot, right? Same like anxiety and depression happening in where I grew up, because we're not thinking it's illness. If you think it's illness, it might take longer time to cure.
Yeah.
So that's my experience or my belief, right? So therefore, power of mind is very strong. You use your power of mind, and then you can use your all the capacity and ability. That's things I would like to share. And then go back to the prayer again. To affecting, right? So it's part of the encouragement to do prayer. And this is simple, right? The whole day prayer, sometimes people think, oh, we are wasting time because we do nothing. So, and then if we ask someone, okay, do whole day meditation and the whole day prayer, they might choose the whole day meditation, right? So, and not choose the whole day prayer. But what I see is really turn helpful is whole day prayer rather than whole day meditation. The logic is, if you choose the whole day meditation, how many distractions will be there?
Right.
If you choose the whole day prayer, less distraction,
Yeah.
because you're busy with the prayer,
Right.
That's the clear, right? So, and then resolve, the who choose the meditation might be not really accomplish anything. But the resolve who do prayer, after they finish, most of them saying, I do not expect that, but I so feel good. I'm rejoicing. You were happy then. And then whole day you not wasted your time for any negative actions or negative energies or negative emotions, right? So whole day you use your energy and anything for positive, that makes you happy. So therefore I say I feel so good. Special when we read slowly, when we chant slowly, and they think the line, each meaning, it's really sometime in the middle, goosebumps comes, right? And then, wow, beautiful, right? And you continues read, and then sometimes sad, sometimes happy, and then so on. This just makes you big difference. But look at the general, all this emotion at the moment when you pray are positive. Even it's sad with the seeing someone suffering. So understanding suffering, right? This kind of things. So therefore, the prayer is one of our daily life practice regarding Buddhist, right? And because the prayer is not always asking to someone, do for me something, right? Prayer is self-awareness and self-teaching. And then every line tell you what you have to think at the moment. That's just how it makes difference, right?
See,
Yeah,
Geshe, using your $1 million story, the example, there is a
Are you
story.
kidding me?
Wait, there is a story that I think explains everything you're saying in a very simple way. There was a man that always used to pray to God that he wants to win the lottery. The lottery, you know the lottery, right? Where you make a lot of money. So please, God, I want to win the lottery. I want to win the lottery every day, all day long. Finally, a voice from heaven came out and said to the man, please, buy a ticket.
Yeah. So I got a little bit distraction in the middle. I did not hear clearly. Okay, he's giving example for that, right?
And he's saying if you want to win $1 million,
Oh, I see.
you have to buy a ticket.
Okay. Even it's still
it.
question, right? Okay, I got it. So therefore, how to do practice even in daily life, right? The main that we want to change it ourselves. Without changing the remaining same, then all the experience will be remaining as same in your daily life. So if you're really expecting more peace and calm, that we have to change. But regarding changing, that the prayer is the one, the method to changing yourself. at the beginning part, we need a lot of cause and condition to make a change. So like a what we call the booster. We need a lot of booster for that, right? So and then just sit down, and meditation is kind of like advanced people do that, right? And not the beginning people. It's not trying helpful directly meditating it, right? So the beginner, so the first we need to understand clear what needed for to change ourselves, what method and anything that we need to know it. And then generating or cultivating those kind of method in our daily lives, again, need a lot of words. We need the words to remind us. We need to hear. If you can use all the five senses together, that brings you some kind of strong the strength, right? Reading the eyes, and hearing ears, and using the mouth, and mental thinking. See, all the cause condition comes, many cause and conditions, right? Seeing and hearing and saying, all this, and saying that you vibrating, as you said, vibrating, all this comes together, makes your mental better, right? So otherwise, just silent and quietly, we're meditating. If you are really beginner, it's not helpful. It's not like a beneficial. Rather than you do silence meditation, do some kind of chanting, right? For example, like say Edwards' mind training. You read it Edwards' mind training loudly, and then hear yourself what you're saying, each line clearly, and then think. That makes you goosebump, right? Yeah. Then otherwise not. So therefore, don't think the prayer is not necessary. It's a first step for beginner and very helpful to booster to you to continue to do practice and change. Okay? So, okay. So then what I really I'm going to cover the topic is the fourth chapter of Shantideva text, that the main subject is called heedfulness or conscientiousness, right? The conscientiousness or heedfulness. And again, necessarily needed for change and move forwarding, the heedfulness. So we having habitually wrongdoing in our daily life because we having lack of heedfulness. And therefore, that whatever our daily actions follow by our habit, and look at what is really we do have habit. Our habit is more driven by negative emotion, either anger, attachment, jealousy, and so on, right? So, and then if you continuously let it be driven by negative emotion, then constantly we will do wrongdoing because it's turned into the habit, right? So that's first things we need to know. How come I cannot change? Because my habit is very strong that keep doing wrong, or I have a strong habit that always having negative thought, right? So for example, so then how much you think that way, that kind of increasing your negative thoughts continuously. So because you're making your habit more stronger and stronger. And then sometimes people give up to change their habit. So difficult to changing my habit. Or some people think it's impossible to change their habit. Both are wrong, actually. So of course, not really say one of them is wrong. Yes, it is difficult. It is difficult to change our habit. So since we built it from our young, and then how many years we built that habit, now it's changing. Again, need a lot of effort and cause and condition to change that. It's difficult, but it's not impossible, right? So sometimes difficult let them think it's impossible. So it's definitely not impossible. Doesn't matter how much you have a strong habit, always possible for change. Right? So therefore, as we have a lack of having heedfulness, that cause us to constantly doing wrongdoings, things in our daily life, right? And then the Shantideva, the 4th chapter, talks us how to be of heedfulness or conscientiousness. And a consciousness for what? For what you have to, what do you have to do mindfulness on, right? So those kind of talks, the detail is with the logic and example, and special lot of emphasis on how to be mindfulness to not let come anger and some all this negative emotion. It's give a lot of good reason which we can think and practice ourselves to change. So those are the main the topic of the 4th chapter 4th. We're going to cover from next Sunday, and I will give you like the brief explanation of whole entire chapter. And also we should know that if it is the having lack of heedfulness, then what is the cause to having those kind of lack of heedfulness, right? So because everything is dependent on cause and condition, it must be have a cause that we haven't keep wrongdoing it, or we having the lack of heedfulness or conscientiousness, right? So in general, it talks about the 4 causes for that. The number 1 cause, that lack of knowledge. If you do not know anything, then you do not know how can be mindful, or mindful on what, right? So many things we are wrongdoing it because we do not know. That's the one question, one cause, right? Okay. Let me change the word. Instead of saying lack of heedfulness, I can say habitually wrongdoing. Why are we doing habitually wrongdoing? There are 4 causes. So 4 causes makes us that habitually wrongdoing, right? So one is lack of knowledge, and then another one is lack of heedfulness or conscientiousness, careless, and then the third cause is we having strong negative emotion. As we have a strong negative emotion, is changing into the positive. That's the only makes us difficult. We have a strong negative emotion. That is the one cause to doing constantly wrong actions in our daily life. And 4th, it says disrespect. So disrespect is not talking about that disrespect to person. It's talking about that disrespect for advice or any good path or good method, you can say, right? So the disrespect means, like, say, sometimes I know that, so I will do sometime else. You're not really carefully thinking it's very valuable, right? That's kind of the great advice. We are not thinking it's valuable, or sometimes the thinking the great advice are not necessary to not useful in our daily life, right? So I'm talking about great advice regarding to make meaningful life, or calm or peaceful. That's what I'm talking, right? So that sometimes I think it's not necessary or useless in our daily life. Or sometimes you get really familiar with it, right? You are very familiar with all this good advice that you knows. Then and then problem is when someone talk to you or someone give you same advice, you are not listening it because you think I know it, right? So this, and then as you're not listening, there are no way to emphasize or no way to push you to do the practice. So that's the familiarization is the sometimes cause us the problem, right? So I know compassion. Oh, I know Buddhists what talking about. I know how to do prostration. I know how to do prayer. Nothing is valuable, and then like not take as serious, right? It's not let you take serious. So usually I give example for that is like I say, if you're like a nurse, right? The first time in your life, the nurse, you see the dead body, you will have a really scare, right? So, and then 100 times you see the dead body, nothing dead. You are numb. You don't have any feeling on it dead because familiarizations. So if you make this familiarization with a good advice or good practice or all this good path, then you become a senseless on this. No sense, no feeling at all. Even it's really a great method. No feeling at all because of getting familiarizations. It's very much possible to like our Geshe and then monks or who are really devoted to entire life for study. They might possible to have those kind of the problem to get familiarizations. When they say I know, that means I don't have to do it. So then when you're not taking serious, it's very much danger for us that who knows well, right? So that the familiarizations is makes problem.
What's the antidote for familiarization? What's the antidote for familiarization?
Taking serious everything. Yeah, so I will come to there. So for example, I can say at the very time we have one of the mind training called 37 practice of Bodhisattva. And then I see one line, when I see it first time, it's the goosebumps comes, and then it's really touched to my heart. So the line says, if all mother beings are suffering, then what makes you different? Only you are expecting the happiness for yourself. So this kind of line, it's very touched to my heart at the very beginning. And then I said, wow. Then I just leave it there, not take it serious. Or I do not think I have to do this practice. Just I know now, get some feeling there, right? And then next time I read it, no same feeling, no goosebump. Now I read it, almost no feeling.
Yeah.
This is because familiarizations makes different. But as I take the way beginning, it's attached to my heart, and then I really take serious. I should take really serious this line and make it every day fresh. It's valuable. Every day thing it is valuable line. It's very powerful line, very helpful. If you think every day, then it's remaining always as a useful and helpful, right? Even you are now getting more familiarizations, as you are taking as more valuable and serious, that makes difference. So antidote should be taken more serious and always keep as a valuable thing as a valuable. That's make different, right? So that's the we're talking about the disrespect for advice. When you take like the familiarizations, cause you have disrespect for any advice and good method. That is the cause, which is the fourth cause and condition for habitually doing wrong. So, and then within these four, more crucial is the conscientiousness, right? So the first one you can make it, which is lack of knowledge. You can understand you after learning. You can study for that, right? So and then again the third and fourth, which is like disrespecting and having more stronger negative emotion is also depend on if you take seriously every method or every practice that help you to overcome by those, right? But if you having lack of conscientiousness and carefulness, then you will not have anything. So there are no way to change ourselves. So there are no way to any further developments, right? So therefore, within this four, it's the second one is the crucial. If you're more careful than all others, you can overcome by all others cause and condition, which is habitually doing wrong, right? So therefore, now we need to do more, develop or cultivate that carefulness or conscientiousness. And then need to know what needed for it. Doing more carefulness, what cause and condition you needed for that. It's not comes automatically, right? It's not comes naturally. But we do have a potentiality to make it appear. So it says having more carefulness and then consciousness is depend on your recollections and what we say, the mindfulness and vigilance. The mindfulness and vigilance. Vigilance that you keep watch how you're thinking it. Is more towards the wrong, you stopped it. More towards the right, you continue to develop it. So keep watching your mind, keep watching your thought is the one necessary cause and condition to have conscientiousness and fearfulness, right? And then even you watch, you not recollected it again and again you will lose it. So therefore recollections all mindfulness and vigilance. These two is, we can say, prerequisite for having the carefulness, right? So the carefulness on what again, right? So we take so many actions in our daily life. Everything we do should careful, right? That's cautioning to yourself. Some yes, some do, some do not. But you should know clear where should I more careful, right? So it's again regarding is depend on your goal. It makes you different, right? If your goal is more making your life meaningful, calm and peaceful, then the carefulness means that you are more careful to abandonment, which is causing you to the wrongdoings, and cultivate, which is causing you to continue to develop further, and then whatever we done the previous negative actions, having regret, and then commitment for not doing in the futures, and then the moment you are more having vigilance to searching that my mind is associating what negative or not, and then having intention to doing this practice, and and then not just short movement, is continuously doing it. Right. Those 5 are to help us to continue to keep the vigilance, right? So again, let me repeat the 5. Maybe not clear with you. So the 5s are whatever you done negative in the previous, remember it, and then have a regret for that. Oh, I did wrong. That's regret. Having regret and holding regret is 2 different things. Okay, I'm not saying holding regret. You should have a regret. So, and then you should have a regret. That regret makes you change. Once you change, let it go then. You no more need a regret. So, and then regret, so it really encourages you to not do it again, right? So, because you are now so sad for what you've done. So therefore, it's good to have regret what you've done negative, only for negative actions. But the negative actions, for what is kind of negative actions, right? We do have a regret for what we done. Sometimes when you look it back, we might be regret to spending time for meditation. That's wrong, right? What do you think? So we might be regret to I study long time the college, right? It's useless. Now I don't have anything useful for that. We might have a regret for that. So sometimes if you're not careful, think we do have a regret, but sometimes we having regret for positive. We having regret for not necessary to have regret, or we have regret for wrong things, right? So therefore, you should have a regret exactly what you should, what you done on wrong things, right? Wrong things means not, again, is, yeah, that's very complicated to say right and wrong. The wrong things regarding here talking about the overcome by suffering, right? So anything you are doing wrong, overcome by suffering, that's what we're talking here, right? So therefore you should clearly know that which you done. The wrong means like you scold to someone, you steal it, or you use a lot of harsh word in that previous. Those are actually cause us to have suffering. If you're really free from suffering, you should have a regret for those things, what you done, like a harsh word, a lot of harsh word. And then we will never listening at the moment we have a strong emotion and using harsh words, someone saying that, oh, don't use harsh word, and what will be your reaction? What will be your reaction? For example, say, you are now really strong anger right now, right? And you're yelling and scolding and use a lot of harsh word. One of your friends comes and giving you advice. You shouldn't say that harsh word. What your reaction will be?
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Shut up, right?
Yeah.
Let me do it what I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So you are not talking at the moment. Your anger is talking at the moment, right? So then you will never stop to use harsh word. Because one thing you have a pride, and then someone telling you, it's difficult to listening. And then another thing is you have a strong emotion at the moment. It's overcome by anything. So that disturb you to listening other, disturb you to stop it, disturb you to see it as a negative, right? So therefore, if you continues regret to have what you done, then it's help you to at the moment someone telling you the advice, okay, then you will be quiet, right? For example, like I say, very close one. Sometimes we have a strong emotion and it comes, very close one comes and is giving you some kind of advice and pitying, then you will calm down, right? Mm-hmm. So similarly, that the regret makes you that. At the present, you can stop immediately. You can restrain it. And then that way, it will help us to not do it again, future. The commitment and movement, everything comes, right? The regret is the most important for our changing. So regret for negative actions, okay? And then your intention to doing it and then continues doing it. This is the 5. Regret for the past, negative action, and the focus on the moment, not doing negative actions, taking commitment, not doing in the future, and having strong intention to doing it, and then continues doing it. Those 5 are the cause and condition to help us to have the better conscientiousness or heedfulness, which is very helpful to change our life, right? Okay, so I talk too much now. Your time now. So any further discussion you needed, or any question?
See, Geshe, sometimes you were saying that, sometimes a lifetime of bad habits, it takes time to change it, right? and you were talking about anger and hatefulness. But one important thing, a fundamental thing, is that people have to and that's connected to knowledge and to introspection, all the things you were saying, the 5 elements, the 4 causes, is if a person doesn't have patience, number one, and is non-judgmental and is angry with themselves. Somebody wakes up in the morning and they're angry with themselves because I don't change, or because I'm this and that. If a person is like that, he doesn't have patience and intention to change, and he doesn't understand that things take time. He doesn't have the knowledge, and he hates himself. Then he does not love himself. Then he'll hate everybody. He'll hate everybody all the time. So it starts by somebody loving yourself, being non-judgmental, and understand that you need patience, that things take time, because people like instant gratification. They like to see results right away. It doesn't work that way.
Okay. Yeah. So any other? Yeah,
I have a
please.
question. The text that you're going to be working with for the going forward,
Okay.
where do we get that?
I think the online has a few different version of translation. You can search by Way of Bodhisattva Life. There's some
Which
PDF.
translation would you like to use?
I don't have any idea. There are many different translation of English.
Last time you used the Karma David Chappelle version.
The new one, right? The newest one.
Yeah.
I saw the part of the wisdom he makes it nice, but when okay, anyhow. So yeah, we can use one of the translation. I don't know.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Will you
repeat what you said? I couldn't understand.
I was just asking which translation you.
Yeah, which one?
Oh,
David.
Last time we used the version that was translated by Karma David Chappelle.
And we can find that online?
Yeah, you can find it online, and I could send you a version of like it's a freely available translation.
Oh, super good.
Yeah.
So far, I know this newest translator, right? The new one is translator.
That's the newest one that I'm aware of. Maybe.
Yeah,
Same
same here. Yeah, same here.
So we'll give you an email address and.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Super good.
after class.
Super great.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other question is, where do we find the prayers? Do we make our own up? Or are we using prayers that are established?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We have them on the website, don't we?
Yeah, we do have. We do have in our. Yeah.
And you wanna, sorry, that was my bad, but you wanna keep them above your knees, so like you don't wanna put them on the ground directly.
Got it?
You
Yeah.
wanna tap that on your head as you put it on the
Yeah,
ground.
it's actually somebody made a copy of like the prayer book, and it's like free to take for
Yeah.
She made a lot of copies. Yeah.
Wow, well, here you go. That's good.
Geshe, I have a quick question. Going back to what we're talking about, like the 5 parts of purification practice. I'm curious, in a situation where you did something that you know is wrong, that would create the accumulation of non-virtuous karma, but you don't have remorse for it or regret for it. Like you did something, you harmed somebody out of self-defense, which is a wrong thing to do. You shouldn't harm other beings, but because it was self-defensive, you don't have that kind of regret. Is that like a block where you're unable to purify that karma? Or is there a way
it's kind of unable to purify because you will do again.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So purify means completely gone, right?
Completely gone.
So,
Right?
yeah,
So it
you
would
will do
prevent
it
you
again.
from purifying that particular.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then the like a potential to doing it still remaining is in your mind, and then negative still there.
Got it.
Yeah.
So there's no way around it.
Yeah. And then the prayer is depend on really what you believe. So far, we have the prayer book for beginner in our website, right? Our website give you the instruction how to do it, and then so the prayer you can take like some kind of reading sutra, you can take as your prayer. Or now we are talking Shantideva text, right? So, and then chapter 4 until finish it, you can take as your prayer. So every morning you read it loudly, hear it, and sometimes think it. It's a lot of benefit. It's help you to understand class clearly. It help you to memorize it, saying it again and again, right? And then also help you to the meaning of those and the movement, and brings you better question in the class because every day you're reading it. So you can take as chapter 4 as your prayer until we done it. So then you can change prayer every time, because the prayer is, as I said, changing ourselves. So anything which help us to change, you can take as a prayer, say it loudly, think as you're saying it. That's how. Meditating is there, and then chanting is there, wishing is there, everything is there at the same time when you read something, right? It's good for beginner or like even not only beginner. So who are long time practice, they do still the prayer. So to say, His Holiness Dalai Lama, Sao Rinpoche, they do have their own sadhana. It's part of prayer, which we use term here, the prayer. It is part of prayer, but the sadhana, every day they do. Every day they read it. So that's part of their practice. So they're doing this, and then at the beginner, absolutely we can do that. We should do that, yeah. Yeah.
Or if you're using like a text as a prayer, are you supposed to read like Shantideva chapter 4? Are you supposed to read the whole text every day, or just parts of it every day?
But again, it's we are looking for to help benefit, receiving benefit, right? Now, based on that, I can suggest take one chapter, and then every day read it, just one chapter, and then you will receive a lot of benefit for that, right? And memorize as well. So therefore, then you can move next, and then move next. So one day you can do entire prayer. When you read it entire prayer and then a day, completely understand, instead of just blindly doing that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other question? Okay. So and then Chumpa, you're going to share the book for them, right?
Yeah, if anybody needs
Yeah.
this,
It's good to read as you take, as I mentioned, take prayer, or you can read it before come to class. Then you will have better question, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, then if you do not have any question, we're going to stop here.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Geshe.
Have a wonderful days. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.